Hey, thanks for joining me. It is February the 20th, and this is our Facebook Live where we are still sharing the love in February. And the way we share the love, at least in this group and in this month, is we write reviews. And reviews, or we share content, or we go to each other's websites and we hit like and we make positive comments, or you go to your Facebook page, your friends' Facebook pages, and you like them or you share content. Hey, Marianne, thanks for watching. And so I'm going to kind of dig a little deeper into the idea of reviews, how they can help. Because like I promised, I wanted to save you from the attacking Google bots. And actually, I want to help you with the Google bots. Hey, Amanda, thanks for watching. So what happens when your website goes live is it gets crawled. And if you ever want to know how it gets crawled, you can do something like you can set up a Google search console. So all of this, I don't work for Google. Google's not giving me any kickbacks here. So, hey, Solon, thanks for watching. But when you are in your Google account, you create something called a Google Search Console. You can do that after you claim your Google business site. All of that helps you get found by the Google bots. Hey, Galena, thanks for watching. And so the Google bots are good. We want them to crawl your site. Now, if you're like me, I've got a site that does courses and quizzes and things that are, I have locked content for members. So you'll get some error messages from the Google bots that say, we couldn't crawl that, but that's okay. You folks who just do, you've got your counseling website, you want every page to get crawled. If you have not, and I don't think I believe this, but if you have not Googled yourself lately, go Google yourself. Hey, Bridget, thanks for watching. Google yourself and then Google 5 of your friends and see what you have to put in as far as the search terms. Now, these will be your keywords. I know this is a lot of review stuff I've talked about before, but keywords are so important because that's what people are using to find people like you in the area where you live. Hey, Amy, thanks for watching. Now, those of us who do some video counseling, and I do video counseling Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's a little bit different because the area, of course, I can do this anywhere within the state of Texas where I'm licensed. But you're going to want to make sure you know the keywords. So what do reviews do? They add content. Hey, Cheryl, thanks. Thanks for watching. So Google loves content. They love keywords. I'm trying to put this into terms like if you're going to review your friend, I put down here bonus points, right? So if you're going to really help your friend and you're going to review their services, use keywords. And stalking other sites is okay, right? If you are stalking your clients, that is not okay. We do not stalk our clients on Facebook and Google, right? But you put in counseling, the Woodlands, family therapy, the Woodlands, marriage counseling, Conroe, and you start to see what comes up. Peruse your colleagues' websites, right? Then go to your Google Search Console and you see what searches are being used to find your website. Then there's this other brilliant little tool called a Google keyword search. You can put in Google keywords and it'll pop up a tool so you can find even more keywords. We're going to use keywords to review. Reviews add content. Google loves content. Where do we want to be? We want to be at the top of the search engines. All right. So where do you offer your testimonials or your reviews? I spent about an hour this morning on my website. And I'm going to say this as many times as I mention websites. If you don't have access to the back office of your website, you are making a huge mistake. All right. Hey, Kyle, thanks for joining. And thanks for trusting me with your consultation today. You're awesome. Hope you got a lot out of it. If you are trusting someone else to take care of the back office on your website, you're losing an amazing opportunity to do some cool stuff. So what I did this morning, right, because I wake up early and I've got a high schooler and she's out the door by 6:30, I took all of the beautiful reviews you guys gave me on Facebook and I put them into something called testimonials. on my website. So I took, I don't know, it took maybe 30 minutes, and I went in and I made sure they looked nice. I made sure that the ones that I liked and I thought were the most pertinent, I put at the top. I made sure that I even put the years by them, because, you know, sometimes a testimonial can be old, right? And it doesn't really pertain to you anymore. So I spent some time, and then I went to my Survey Monkey. I talked about this last week. Somebody had asked me, okay, well, how do you use client reviews? And it's really, really hard, right? Because ethically, we find ourselves in a dilemma if we're asking our client to go review us, right? Because that puts us in a position of we're asking for something at our gain, at possibly their expense, right? If they decide they don't like you someday, or if they decide that, you know, I don't know, something goes bad, right? At that point, you've asked them for something that maybe they want to take back. It gets really messy. But we talked about what you can do, especially if you have this software that allows you to do these drip feeds of emails, right? So my software that I use to schedule my clients is called Full Slate. Full Slate is a HIPAA compliant software, and no, I don't work for Full Slate either. Hey, Megan, thanks for watching. And you're able to, when you make your 10-minute consultation, and y'all know I'm a huge fan of the 10-minute consultation, my software will continue to send out emails to those folks. And one of those emails is a survey. So I can click on that survey and I can grab data from that survey. Survey Monkey does something really cool where it actually presents it in a nice format. But you're able to say 4 out of 5 of my clients thought I was amazing and loved that I was located just around the corner, thought that the client link or the session length was perfect, etc., etc. So I grabbed data from my Survey Monkey. I grabbed your amazing reviews from Facebook and even my Amazon book, went to my website back office, went into the testimonials dashboard, and spent some time entering those reviews. Now I click update, and all of that becomes content on my website. Who loves content? Google loves content, right? So Google now has all of this content related to Kate Walker and Kate Walker Training. And I think I told you guys before, we need to have a whole month just dedicated to branding, because your name is your brand, even if your counseling practice is called something completely different. So you offer your reviews everywhere. Google, you have to be logged in, but Google allows you to make reviews there as well. Here's something that people really overlook. You know, we talk sometimes in this group and other groups about, you know, should I go do that presentation at the PTO? Should I go do that free presentation at the library? Y'all, you know what? I take a big stack of paper, like, you know, in a folder that looks like this. And inside that is, what do you know? It's a survey. It says something to the effect of, my goal is to leave you completely satisfied. If I cannot do that, I would really appreciate it if you would tell me why. And then at the bottom, may I use your comments? May I use your name? May I use your photograph? I take a selfie with the group. I collect at the end, and if I've got 2 or 3 amazing comments, remember, I've got access to my back office. I go in, I type those in with the participant name and maybe even a photo. It's pretty cool. So you can get reviews and content from Facebook, Survey Monkey, presentation flyers, and I bet you guys could tell me places where you get your reviews as well. So all of these are little tips and tricks. I'm going to do a little brief commercial. If you are not a member of my Badass Business Builders, then you're not going to be able to get all of this stuff. I talk more about this. I put these videos in one place. I give you free paperwork. I give you free tools. I give you discounts on consultations. If you are a certified counselor supervisor, which is brand new, then you actually get all of your supervisor CEs. Why do I do this? Well, honestly, because I'm tired of selling things that are out of date. It's hard, and you guys know this, it's hard to remember and to make sure that everything's updated all the time. Now for me, I make sure everything in your membership page is all polished, up to date, ready to go. So you always have the best of the best, because y'all are awesome. We're important. We need to have the best of the best. All right, so back to our regular scheduled program. For others, so let's talk about reviewing our colleagues. When you review your colleagues, you aren't obviously, hopefully, not your colleague's client, right? How are you going to tell the world what an amazing person your colleague is if you're not speaking directly to their counseling skills? Be honest, right? A good review for your colleague, you're going to talk about who they are. You're going to talk about the history you two have together, the relationship, if you've presented with them, if you teach with them, if you have seen them solve big problems, if you have watched them maybe in volunteer capacities, or even if you've just watched them parent, right? If you have seen them in a place, in a state where they are showing who they are and their amazing skills, then you talk about that in the review. Then you give them your endorsement and you say, you know what, I believe in this person. I trust this person. I am in awe of this person and their skills and their prowess, and I know because I've seen them in action. Bonus points if you use keywords, right? We've talked about that before, right? If you can put the keywords in there, and then you post it as a colleague, right? Hey, Angela, thanks for watching. Unfortunately, some of us get some reviews that aren't the greatest. And usually people talk when they don't really have a relationship with you. So maybe it's the dissatisfied person that you didn't get back to on the phone. Or my favorite, it's the person whose friend didn't get, whatever service that they were thinking they were entitled to. So they don't even really have a clear relationship with you. So maybe a 1-star review shows up. That's not fair. Well, you know what? Google can help a little bit. You can go in and report it. But what's really cool, and I've actually seen this in person this week, is you can let your tribe know that this is happening, that this has happened to you. And your tribe can actually go in and they can say, hey, this is an unfounded, this is a false, and this is a misleading review. And your tribe can also report that review. And then your tribe can actually submit a colleague review like I just talked about. And it will slide right in there with the negative review, right? And Megan, like the person that doesn't like your policies. Things like, hey, you know what, you got to pay me for my services. I'm talking me here, right? Sometimes people don't like my rate. Sometimes people don't like that I don't take insurance. And one of the things I learned from a very wise, not a counselor, a lawyer, she told me, if you get the feeling in the very first meeting with your client that they are going to be trouble for you, that they're antagonistic in some way or reluctant, or they're not happy about your fee, it's okay to refer them on. You don't need to take on the liability of someone who's going to just be unhappy from the get-go. This isn't speed dating. You're not trying to win them over. It's not The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. There are no prizes here. If someone is giving you trouble, you are within your rights to give them the 3 referrals and send them on their way. If they turn around and give you that bad review, that 1-star review, that's when you go in and you get your tribe and you say, hey, this has happened to me, help me out. Which brings me to my last part. Well, it's not really last, we got some time here. Ask for the review. I don't know. I mean, I'm on some of y'all's email lists. I always am snooping through your websites. Do you ask your colleagues for the review? I don't know. Maybe that's something that's hard for us. Maybe it's like asking for a compliment. But I think it's pretty cool. And the other thing you can actually do is you can write it, like write out the review. I did this when I wrote my book. I wrote out the foreword and I wrote out the comments and I sent them to people, and they were, they took it and they kind of reworded it so that it sounded good. And of course, if your friends don't believe in something, they're not going to publish it. So they're going to take it and they're going to make it theirs. But sometimes that really helps save the work for the person that you're asking the review. You give them the language. Sort of like on our survey. if you were completely satisfied with my service today, if you were completely satisfied with the length of this, if you were completely satisfied with the content, let me know, tell me, and here's how to do it. Sometimes people don't understand, especially with Google reviews, that they have to be logged in. We talked a little bit before, don't make me do too much, right? Don't make me click and then click some more and click again. Be specific. Say, you must be logged in order to give me an amazing review. So being clear fixes a lot of stuff. So what have we talked about today? This is the 20th. We will do one more Facebook Live this month. I'm going to stick to sharing the love, because sharing content means your amazing content is going to get out there. Hey, Matt, thanks for watching. One of the other things I will probably hit on next week is the idea of regular blogging, right? Because if you're blogging amazing content, if you're sending out amazing content, that's giving your colleagues something to share, right? So your blogs, if you're using something in your website called Yoast, Y-O-A-S as in snake, T as in Thomas, Yoast, you can actually do some really neat keyword optimization in your blogs. And then you can connect that to social media so folks can comment, they can give you a thumbs up, and that then they can even take to their website. They can take it to their social media page. The more places that you can get your words, your name, your brand, everything linking back to you, right? So we have that outward bound links and the inbound links, right? Those will make the Google bots so happy, and they will boost you in the rankings, and you will make more money, right? Serve more people, make more money. So we'll talk about that more next week. So reviewing is a great way to share the love this month. Review your colleagues. Go grab the data from the surveys that you give to your clients so that you can put on your website, 5 out of 5 people think I'm awesome. Then go to your friends, and if they've posted their data on their website, give them a shout out. Hey, did you see that Angela's survey data shows that her clients are 5 out of 5 of her clients are satisfied? So you are able to report on your colleagues' websites if they're posting the data. If you're not posting your reviews, if you're not posting your data, it's really hard to share. Or if you make it too hard for me, right? If you make it to where I have to click too many things or I have to take a screenshot and then share it. Too much work. I'm going to be too lazy and I won't do it. We talked a little bit today about, so we've got Facebook surveys, we've got SurveyMonkey data, we've got presentation flyers, just old-fashioned flyers with pins that people can fill out their reviews, ask for the review, spend some time like I did this morning, just copying and pasting them into the back office, get a cool template for your website so you can put those testimonials out there. I even have this really cool widget for my website that allows me to put my testimonials between my course offerings. I do have a testimonial on my clinic page, achievebalance.org, but it's about a speaking engagement that I did. And so it's there, clients can see it. So again, be really careful. And if you have any questions, throw it into the group. We've got so many experienced practitioners in our group. If you have any doubt about what's good to put on your website or your Facebook page and what's not, put it in the group, right? We've talked about colleague reviews today, bonus points if you use keywords in your review. We've talked about how you can state the relationship you have with your colleague, and that's helpful. We've talked about making sure that you're logged in to Google. I'm going to do something every week that I think is kind of cool because I actually link to your websites. When you review me, I link back to you. So another incentive for you to review me. Amanda says she's already using SurveyMonkey with quarterly customer feedback. Awesome. And then you've used it for clinician development as well. I can't push the button that says see more, so Amanda, I'm going to wait, and then it's going to post in our thread here. So I want to stock a website today, and I'm going to stock Ahana Therapy, because when you go to Ahana Therapy, AJAN is in Nancy A, Therapy and Clinical Services. You have a choice. She gives you two choices. I'm a new client, I'm an existing client. So literally, no philosophy, no frilly stuff, just boom, are you this, and a map to her offices. We've talked about this before. Your clients, when they reach out to finally ask for help, are usually in some kind of crisis. So the more you can help them make that decision quickly, create an account, get their services scheduled, the better you are. So my shout out today is to Ajana Therapy and Clinical Services. Check them out. Remember, that's the other thing. The best compliment you can give is to go check out your colleagues. If they're doing a great job on their website, give them a shout out. And I know I've given shout outs to folks before. If you want me to give a shout out to your website, I'm super happy to do that. What else have I got? I don't think a whole lot more. February, all about sharing the love. My Badass Business membership group. I've talked about my Certified Counselor Supervisor group, where you get all of your supervisor CEs for free for one price. And what else? I think that's it. Y'all, I think I'm gonna go eat some lunch. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you have any questions or you want to review me, please reach out, let me know. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful day.